Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Well, I'm here in my capacity as an interviewer to ask some pertinent questions from a lady who has seen more limelight in the last 2 months than her entire life. She's found herself in the middle of so much internet sensationalism, and I think it's high time we drew a close to the allegations, the theatrics, the drama, and everything else that has engulfed the life of this gorgeous young woman. And she's going to tell us all about herself, and we're going to delve into what fueled the drama. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Dora Okoro, formerly known as Dora Kayode. Hello, Dora.
Hello, Daddy, please.
How are you doing? You're soft spoken.
I'm beautiful. Thank you.
Beautiful inside and out. You
Of
look
course.
sporty. You don't they play football?
No, just coming from tennis.
Oh, okay. So we want to get to know you. Tell us a little bit about who Dora Okoro is.
Okay. Ezinedoro Okoro. I'm the first female IFE licensed agent in Nigeria. I've got 3 awesome boys, Jaden, Jason, and Jamien. I'm a beautiful woman, in and out, like you said, full of joy, love, laughter.
Tell us a little bit about your educational background, because from the rumors, it seems like you're just a housewife who didn't go to school. Did you go to school?
Yeah. A lot of people, people just talk a lot. But I'm not going to engage them in these talks, But I grew up in Aba, in Abia State. I went to Golf Course Primary School first, and they changed me to one of the best primary schools in Aba, Santa Maria, Constitutional Christian Primary School. And I went to the best secondary school, Federal Government Girls College, Umahia. And I proceeded to Madonna University, Okija. So.
Oh, okay. You went to a private university.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, how did you meet Kayode? Give us a little bit of the background story of the circumstances that led to you meeting him.
Okay, I met him around 2012 via Facebook when he approached me.
Okay, he was the one who approached you.
Of course. So he sent me a message, hi, and I'm Kayode, And I said, hi. After, few days or weeks, I replied. And then he introduced himself as a football player. He played under 17, according to him. Before we watched them play under 17, actually, but I didn't recognize it was him until he sent me those messages. So he told me about his football and all of that. So because in my family we are lovers of football, I had an idea of what was happening then. So I told him, okay, I will help a bit. So we got talking, and then...
The story in the media is that you guys are separated or divorcing or going through a very rough patch. At what stage did you realize that the relationship cannot work?
2020.
COVID.
2020, 2020/2021, yeah. I knew. But before that, when we were in Girona, after he signed Manchester City, he felt, he's not the superstar. Of course, whatever he feels, he feels. But when we got to Girona, he started, messing up with girls, which, started sending them money via Western Union transfer, a lot of messages, and some of those girls.
That got to you.
Yeah. But, my mom lived with us because she helped me with the kids. It was rough for me. It wasn't a good experience.
Why was it rough for you?
My first son was born in Israel, 2014, January 11th. I had him through C-section. I wanted to go through, normal birth. But along the line, something came up and we couldn't go through that process again. So they had to rush me into the theater. So it was a very rough, the most painful thing, I'm telling you, because I felt every bit of what happened to me, but thank God we survived,
And that leads to...
Yeah, after 2014, it was good. Then we went to Austria. I gave birth to Jaden, my second son. It was a tough one too, yeah. I went through CS. And then Kayode started with, with this girl's stuff. And there's a particular girl, I might not want to call her name because she calls me a role model. I might not want to, bring them out here. But a lot happened, and then I didn't talk to the girl because I didn't want to listen to the girl because I trusted my husband then that nothing. But when we were living in Ibadan, Oluyole precisely, if I sleep, he goes to this girl's room because we lived with the girl. She came to help me out, right? And then you're bugging them, you're disturbing them, telling this girl that, I'm sleeping, so they can have each other, something like this. The girl didn't want to do it at first, as she told me, because she loves and respects me. I've done a lot for her. But Kayode kept enticing her with money, I'll help you with your mom and all of that. The girl is alive, but I don't just want to mention her name, but she's alive. I protected my husband and I didn't want to, bring it up. I kept managing it. At some point, I told the girl never to come around me again. I was not in talking terms with the girl. But when we went to Austria, Kayode kept talking with this girl. So, and I was pregnant of Jaden, about to give birth. So he would dress up like me, and then he would tell us he wants to go for sports, he wants to go for road work and all that. He would take Heineken, 2 cans of Heineken and all that. So my mom be like, Dora, do you guys run with Heineken? Is that how? I said, no. Maybe he would drink it before running. Not knowing that he goes to our garage, goes inside the car, start talking with the girl, and start having, like, that.
Oh, okay.
So, and then, after that, you will come back, and then you will tell us. So I got to know this, when he sent the girl money. So I questioned about the money. And when he wasn't really going, he wasn't concentrating. So he felt that maybe he's doing something wrong. So he came to me that he wanted to confess about something, that he gave this girl money, they've been talking, but they never had anything and blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
So it has been, you feel this a man, men, they can come up with something. Okay, he's a man, and so what? But I lived with it, and when someone comes to you to tell you, I'm sorry, I will never do it again. It will never go, but you're still there. You're going to be there for your kids.
Oh, and this coincided with the birth of your kids?
Yes.
Wow.
Jaden, even when I had seizure, a lot happened.
Seizures?
Yeah. When someone is talking, even it involved an elder, and I will not mention his name either, because the girl reported that situation to the elder. And the elder called me and said, you should not take side but you should manage this your husband. Do you understand? You don't make that girl an enemy. You should listen to that girl. But I didn't want to listen to that girl at that point. I just don't want to have anything to do with the girl. So I believe whatever Kayode told me, because he's my family. So I needed to protect that angle. So a lot happened, then thinking, and I went into C-section again, gave birth to Jaden, my second son. I mean, the lies, the deceit, it can make you, okay, what's going to happen? We are not even famous. What about when he becomes famous? What's going to happen? So a lot was going on with me and all of that. But of course, I need to move on. Like I said, he's my family. We've got kids. We need to train them. We need to put, and I was believing that it will get better, you know. It will definitely get better. People change, you know. So I was just believing for the best and all of that. So I kept pushing him. We kept growing in football wise. I kept talking for him in terms of football.
A gentleman joined my life the other day, said his name was Alex, said he was Kayode's friend, and he alleged that there was an instance, you can find it on my Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube channels. There was an instance where you broke a television and something like that.
9 years ago, I was there. Me, Dora, and Kayode.
Okay.
Kayode was about to step out. He was about to leave the house. I came back to Nigeria. He also came back. We came to whatever we came to do, like usual footballers break. And then he was about to leave the house. And Dora's mom woke her up and said, "Wake up, your husband is leaving the house." Then she woke up and asked, "Where are you going?" He said, "Me and Alex want to take a walk." She refused. She said, "No, you're not going anywhere." Now, I told her, "I'm coming somewhere. This is what happened. I'm coming." And I said, "Okay, listen to your wife. She said you're not going anywhere. Stay home." Then Kayode went outside to make a call, and she got angry. And it was a huge fight. She broke the TV that night. Kayode left the house on purpose, like angrily, to go and lodge in a hotel. I sent him back home. I slept in that hotel.
What happened?
I can't remember anybody by name Alex in the first place.
Okay.
I can remember we had a quarrel in Ibadan, same Oliole, in our apartment. Jason was little, right? Jason was like 5 months old. So we came back because Israel doesn't give, you don't go for Christmas holiday in Israel.
Okay.
So you just go the May, like the long season, you just go home. So I think he had a friend. Kayode is young and naive. Let me put it that way. And a young guy who felt like I've started making money. Because I met Kayode on a low. On a low. On a low. In fact, he started all over with me.
Oh, yes. I did Google that you are a football agent.
Yes, please.
Let's discuss a bit about your professional life, how you became a football agent, and what you brought to the table for Kayode.
I became an FA license agent, football license agent, when he was transferred to Manchester City.
And how?
So then he had no agent anymore. And Kayode said, "Babe, I need you to manage me. You can do this. We are tired of agents coming, reaping from us. They don't have his interest at heart." So I took over. So when Manchester City, and we took over when we were in Austria. So when Manchester City came, they came to Austria Vienna and then went to the club. So the club said, Kayode does not have any agent anymore, but the wife is in charge. So they called me that this agency, I don't want to mention their name, this agency wants to see you. I said, okay. They can see me. So they came home to discuss with me. So I told them, I don't want any of them to manage Kayode. They can get the offer, we can seal the deal, they can take their percentage, I take mine, and that is it. I really want to be in charge. Because we've already agreed it's going to be a family business, And then we agreed. And then they saw my intelligence, so they had to bring me to the table, and they agreed they are going to get me a license, So that was how I got my IFE license.
Okay. I want us to talk about this. So, Kayode was an established football player doing well, but then you now came in and took over his.
You can't say, what do you mean by doing well? A football player wants to be heard, wants to be in
Before
the
you
field.
came into his life,
Yeah.
how much was he making?
He told me in Asek Mimosa maybe about 150,000 sefa, so I don't know.
Okay.
But even at that, that's not his money.
Oh, but 150,000 sefa is about $170,000. So, okay, that was what he was making. Then, how much of it was his?
One portion. Because he told me, because he had problem with Babu Gunjobi. That was how I came in.
Okay.
And then there's another brother of his, Mr. Michael Taiwo Ogunjobi. So when he told me whenever they pay him, they come and then they divide it into 3 parts.
Oh, wow.
Leaving him with 1 part, and those people would take the rest. There is, whatever I say, they are facts. I'm not here to tarnish anybody's image. I'm just stating the obvious fact.
So his money was split into 3 parts.
3 parts.
Kayode, we also like to hear from you, to hear your side of the story. So when his money comes, if I heard you correctly, which is the 150,000 sefa, according to the story you're telling us, which we'd like to verify from Kayode, the money would be split 3 ways.
Yes, please.
So 50K would go to Baba Gunjobi, 50K would go to Michael, Jimmy, or whatever his name is.
But all I know is they give him.
Then Kayode gets. Okay, so how did you improve that when you came into his life?
So when I came in, no agent. It was just us, right? So everything goes to the family. There was nobody to split the money with, apart from when you give me a club, when you get a club for Kayode, I'm going to strike a deal, right? Either we split 50-50 or we do 60-40, depending the club, right? Because what I did with Manchester City, we did 50-50 with the agent.
Okay.
So depending the club, I would decide, because he's my player.
Okay.
So when I came, no other agent. It was just us. So normally, FIFA states, you can get 10% from the club, your agency fee. You can take your 10% from the player, if you so wish. But in my own case, this is our family. You don't give me the 10%. We're going to put it in the business. So whatever I receive from the club, we use it still as family. Of course.
So you were bringing even your own 10% from the club.
From the club, exactly. Where will it be? Where will it be?
You were bringing it into the family.
Nothing was done for my family. They are not interested. Nothing was done. Everything goes to my family.
That's
Kayode and my kids. Nothing was done outside. It was just, everything was on the table. We brought everything home. So we were able to make money. I took care of, I don't disturb Kayode for anything. I don't. He's alive.
So he wasn't giving you food money?
He can give me, but giving me like on your own, you're going to give your wife something.
Yeah.
But I don't come out to make it an issue. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Because something is giving us money. I don't disturb Kayode. I don't disturb him. I'm peaceful. Whatever violence they're talking about, fight, quarrel, people fight, argue. And that goes back to the guy. Kayode drinks and comes home like vomiting. And there was this Igbo guy. And before they left, I told the guy. So I don't know if he was the Alex or whatever, because I don't know any Alex. Please, I need you to follow Kayode, monitor Kayode. I don't trust people around him when they go out to drink. But that night they got home drunk and he was vomiting. And I got upset. So I don't understand the TV. I mean, Kayode is a guy that records people that, you should bring where all of these things happen. So.
You said he was earning 150,000
Then,
sefa, according to your story.
After Ivory Coast,
Yeah.
they loaned him to FC Luzern in Switzerland.
Okay.
But in FC Luzern, he never played any game with the senior team. So they put him in Team B. And then when he started with the story, and I said, what is the essence of you being in Team B? Nobody's watching you. People need to see you. You can't sit just Team B, friendly game and all of that. Kayode was the only player that was not identified with a club and played on the 20 World Cup in Turkey, 2013 in Istanbul. These things are fact. You can't tell me, yeah? People saying wife, housewife, how? Even the person, if you truly know Kayode very well, you should be able to tell us what he has achieved then and now.
Oh, so you're trying to say that when you met him, he was earning 150,000.
And even in FC Luzern,
yeah.
they told me, in fact, I spoke with the sporting director.
Okay.
He told me that they pay about 4,000. And even in the 4,000 francs rate, Kayode told me, they come, this man leave London to Swiss and divide it in two parts, give him one and then one.
Oh, wow. So did you bring any significant increase into his earnings?
Exactly what I'm telling you.
Oh.
The people that said they knew Kayode, they know Dora. You don't know me. If you don't know me as a Zine, you don't know me at all. So if you knew Kayode then, you should be able to tell us what happened. And when Dora you feel you know
took over.
So when Kayode started making way, when he was signed in Israel, FC Netanya, he started playing football. FC Netanya was in second division. We started with second division. That was our little beginning. When Kayode was having problems of no, because we were moving from Ibadan, Abuja, Lagos, Ibadan, Abuja, Lagos, going to visa centers, back and forth. Where were they?
So you engineered the Israel deal.
I met a guy called Mr. Mekwezala. Although we are not in talking terms. We are not in talking terms, same Kayode. He's so manipulative. He will make you to, have problem with people. And later on, he will go back to them. Me, I don't have problem with people. Even the people talking, Dora this, Dora that. I mean, there's a guy, but I don't want to mention his name. What he has taken from me, no football player can give it to him. Yeah. Yeah, he told me. He's a Yoruba guy. So in my camp, I take everybody as one. We do things together. I carry people along. So in FC Lizanne, you came back. I told you we are going to start afresh. And we fought. For 1 year, Kayode never played. Of course. That was when I sold my landed property.
What?
Yes, please. Kayode is alive.
You sold your house for what?
For love, I guess. We weren't married though then. We weren't married.
So you believed in him. Kayode, we need to hear you. You believed in him to the point where you sold your house to invest in him.
Of course. Even my iPad, my phones, everything. You see, whatever we do, we should just be careful. Something is there. He might come tomorrow and debunk it, but Kayode, you know the truth. You can't lie to yourself. You cannot.
So when you sold your landed property,
yes,
and you are not married to him, where were you now living?
I was living with my family friends in Lagos. They are alive. Okay? I mean, we were living in Festac. So I do Abia State and Lagos State. You understand me? In fact, when my mom heard that the landed property, she couldn't believe it. She didn't believe that. I take risk for people. I'm a jolly
Dora
good
the
friend.
lover. So, where was this before you had kids or?
Before I had kids.
So when you now had kids, where did you now stay? Still with family friends?
That's exactly what I'm saying. When I found that I was pregnant with my first son,
Yeah.
Kayode asked me to leave my home so they wouldn't notice. So I came home to Ibadan to stay with the mom.
Oh.
Yes, please.
Sorry, before you go that, Alex mentioned that you stopped Kayode from seeing the mom on my live the other day,
Okay.
claiming that you said the mom was a witch and he should stay away from his mom. It's recorded live. I hope I got that correctly, and of course, Kayode can debunk it.
I am a very close friend with Kayode, and when I say I'm a very close friend, we grew up together, we started our football career together. I know him very well. I have eaten on the same table, the same plate with this so-called Kayode. This month was the first time Kayode is setting his eyes on his mom for the past 17, 18 years. He has not seen his mom. This woman made him believe his mom was a witch.
What was your relationship like with Kayode's mom? If you are staying with his mom, according to what you just said now.
Yeah. Kayode's mom, we do, someone always interpret, okay? Because she speaks Yoruba, me, I don't speak Yoruba. But Daddy Freeze, that's like I said, if they know Kayode, even in Adebayi, I lived with the mom. I took Kayode. I loved everything around him. The place we were living wasn't conducive even for a pregnant woman. But I stayed. I jump bike. I go to Aleshiloya Market. I go to Challenge. I buy stuff. Rain, sun, I'll come home and I will make food. So, of course, there's this thing, Omo Igbo.
Oh.
And you're still doing what you need to do, loving people because of Kayode. He told me he loved the mom. And I said, there's no problem. But you know, coming to a place, you know, they're going to laugh with you, then behind, they're going to say something else. Even till date, none of Kayode's family member, none of them, like I'm not saying maybe, and these are people that on a norm, I send them money, we talk. Even if I feel that your mom hasn't been really fair to me, I don't know, because I cook for everybody and they eat. I can buy things, the mom will wake up and then he will gather all those things and go and give it out without even asking me. God is alive. I was treated differently. You can imagine a pregnant woman wants to eat fruit and then I'll put them in the fridge and then the son will come and then she will take all those things and give the son and then I'll wake up and I will not see it. I go to the hospital, she will be lamenting. She will be telling them, why is she going to the hospital? She should drink abo. Am I a Yoruba woman? I don't know how abo looks like, tastes like. Although I say it, but I've never tasted it for one day.
Isn't Kayode educated? Which one is that? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with traditional.
Yeah, but he wasn't even around when all of this was happening.
But would he have condoned such a thing?
I don't know, but I heard the second son saying, no, ma'am, she can't possibly take abo at 2 months plus or 3 months plus. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can see it clearly, but you're still there doing everything. I go to market. I do those things. We all live together. Both the Auntie Toyin, Auntie Funke came for the marriage. I don't know what they're talking about. Kayode was the one that said the mom was a witch. I never said so. I've not been around them. Even the brother Femi. They said something. Where they went, the mother, I don't know. And Kayode said the mom buried their destiny. The news. He told me. And I said, okay, what happened? You saw her doing it. What happened? That the mom said it was prayer. There's a girl that sends food. I give the girl money and she buys food and sends to Kayode's mom. She's alive. Kayode said they wanted to conduct something, in order to remove those things. Maybe it's affecting all of them. I don't know. And then the elder brother, Uncle Shegun, carried white garment people, according to Kayode, and then was supposed to take this young lady along. But all of a sudden, Uncle Shegun called the lady, I don't want you to come again. I know my way to Adebai. And they went. They told Kayode, yeah, we've removed it. Everything is now fine and all that. And Kayode paid them money. So I don't know who is saying I prevented Kayode from seeing the mom. He started with the story. He told me a lot of stories. People that he said these things, they are alive. We were there. So how will I know about a family if you're not the one telling me?
Okay, let's talk a little bit about his career and Israel.
Yes, please.
Did you at any point have to help him? This was you living with his mom. You said you also lived in Israel at a point.
Yes.
What was being a football agent for Kayode like in Israel? Were you able to achieve anything for him?
Yes, at least. Although the Mr. Meka Ezala, we parted ways in Israel because the CEO felt they were cheating us again. But in Israel, we started making money. We got our first home from Israel. And
you got him that Israel deal?
Yeah, through the help of Mr. Meka Ezala. So he started all over again. He didn't know the man. He's an Igbo man. He lives in Germany. So
you made that connect?
Yeah, all of us, we started speaking. Even the man started advising me sometimes. But, I can't really say that, okay? Because, it's just, I don't want to bring him in.
And talking about money, what kind of money came in from the Israel deal?
Even with the Israel deal, it wasn't so much money. But we were able to manage. We were able to plan. So we started planning. In fact, I started planning on time. So we got our first house, we got our first car, Toyota RAV4, and then we lived in the Oliole. From Israel, 2nd Division, Kayode made 10 goals, 2nd Division. And then they were promoted to first division. So in the first division, our money doubled. Yes, our money doubled. And then we were happy living our life, and still planning and, doing our thing. And then his first division, he made 13 goals. It was a fantastic season for him. Then Austria Vienna came knocking. And then he was being managed by a man called Dudu Dahan, an Israeli. And of course, like I said, these agents, they only concerned about, their own personal gain. So when it comes to protecting the player in front of the clubs and all that, you won't find them there anymore. Yeah? So we left Israel to Austria. So in Austria, that's the heart of Europe, So Austria, and we are living in the capital, Vienna. So German agents will come watch him, everybody and all that. So his career, in fact, kicked up. Like, he was really, and then I'm there. I'm his number one fan. Because we are always there with my kids. We are going every game. In Israel, I drive from Netanya to Tel Aviv just to watch Kayode play. With my son. Always there. But of course, I don't think he will say this part.
Let's also talk about moving forward. He had a good deal in Israel, got a better deal.
Even when they wanted to cheat us in Israel.
Oh, they wanted to cheat in
Of course. I had to bring the documents. Me, I'm a very documented, but I bring things when I need to. So they were telling me we signed gross. I said, no, we signed NATO. So they were thinking of how to take our money. I said, no, we signed NATO. Even the agent was like, can we leave it to go? No, we can't leave it to go.
Igbo woman.
And I said, we signed NATO. You cannot take our money. And I brought the documents. And in the end, they paid us all our money. And we left Israel. So I don't know people saying they know Kayode. Wait, please.
So that means you brought some structure according to your
Not even structure. Strong structure.
Into his football.
Of course.
What's Kayode's educational background?
I think he told me he went to Ibadan High School. I think secondary school. I think so.
Oh, okay. So he didn't go beyond secondary school?
No, not that I know.
What about you?
The difference, I went to Madonna University.
What did you study?
I studied law.
You have a law degree.
Yes, please.
And he has a WAEC or secondary school leaving certificate. So who was drawing up his contracts before you came in?
The agents.
Oh.
Until I came in. So of course,
but didn't Kayode, if the contracts were not good, didn't Kayode complain that, look,
he can't complain. They will just tell him to sign. What is he going to complain about?
Didn't he read through the contract?
Most of them, not even Kayode, they're just so eager to play football.
Oh.
They just want to play. They just want to be heard. But of course, the contract part is the most important part in every footballer's life. Whatever you sign is what they will use against you. So you should make sure before you sign, you read. And always tell them, it's better you get yourself a sports lawyer. Because he will tell you what to do. An agent can just tell you, sign this, there is no problem. Just for them to get their own money. And that's it.
So you brought that sports lawyer proper contract into Kayode's life. Is he aware of this? Did he at any time appreciate this contribution towards
Of course. I mean, I have friends, he has friends. He talks good about me. Then this is my wife. He's my angel on earth. She's my angel on earth. She's like a god to me. She was there for me. She helped me. And these people are still alive. And this is what I'm saying. They are still here. They are not dead yet. So when did I become?
And also, as someone who has a law degree, I'm sure you'd also be able to not just understand the contract, but be able to understand the clauses, the little
A
things.
lot of
Did you
clauses.
put him through? Is there any educational achievement you were, because there's some people who have school cert but are very sound.
Yes, please.
With his secondary school certificate, how sound would you say he was academically, to the point where he could understand the ink on the paper of a contract?
That the freeze, I can't really. Honestly, I don't know, but I do the reading.
Why? He's too busy to read?
Because I think I understand more.
Of course, as a law,
So
as a holder of a law degree.
I do the reading, and then I tell him to sign. And then we got a lawyer. So when it comes to for them to fight for us, there's always a lawyer.
Okay.
But when it comes to me going to the club, talking to the coaches and their crews, Dora does that. Okay. So I do the reading. Kayode can't sign anything without sending it to me, even if I'm not in that place.
Does he want to do this, or is it because he can't really understand what's in the contract?
Of course, he can understand, so he will want to do it.
Kayode, we need to hear from you too. If what you're saying is the truth, it's quite impressive. You must have worked with many other young footballers.
That part, I wasn't allowed, okay? Because,
Why? Did you have an exclusive contract to manage only him?
No. With Kayode, he's somebody that he wants you to pay full attention. All right? I don't know. I can't just tell if he was afraid of me becoming more. I can't say. But with him, he wants you to be there just for him. Do you understand? He wants you to do everything for him. I do everything. Football, home, family, kids. I do everything. I'm not complaining. I think I'm capable. Right? I just feel that, I don't do regrets, but I think it was one decision that didn't go well for me, not managing other people.
According to what you're saying, so it was more like, oh, this is a young talent that has money. You just went and collected his money, and things along those lines. It was even mentioned that, according to something I read somewhere on social, that you are 7 years older than him.
That if let's take it one after the other. The first one, like, I used him, and I'm asking again. Did I meet Kayode as Cristiano Ronaldo? Did I meet him as Messi? Kayode had nothing. I'm sorry. I met him like Kayode, like normal person. That you played under 17 doesn't mean you're a superstar. He was still coming up. Had nothing. And then the career wasn't going well. It wasn't happening for him at that time. It wasn't happening at all. So how did I use him? Did I take anything from Kayode then? Did I steal from him? There was no car. There was no home. Kayode, in fact, when he met me, he told me before he met me, because we were going to see, he had to give his brother FM money to rent a house for him at College Crescent, Challenge,
Oh,
Ibadan, a flat, you know. And in fact, the day I came, it was the same day they were arranging everything. So how did I use him? Did I take his television or the furniture? I don't know how I used Kayode. In fact, Kayode used me. I worked for Kayode. I was being used. Tell me, how did I use Kayode?
And
So the age is his problem.
are you older than him?
How can I? 7 years older. But Kayode has a 20-year-old daughter.
A 20-year-old daughter.
A 20-year-old daughter.
How old is Kayode?
Football, 32.
Oh, he must have had her at 12.
Maybe, something like this.
Oh, wow.
So if you're coming on the internet to say something like this, it means people around you are just not it. Coming to talk about age.
I guess we should leave this because, football age is something we don't want to... I don't want to get into.
Of
so
course.
Let's move to other gossips. The DNA story. You said you had your first child in
2014. No, in Israel. Netanya. 2014, 11 January.
Okay. You were when you were pregnant, you lived, according to your story, with his mom in Ibadan.
We just lived for a few months, and then I went with
to
Israel.
him to Israel.
Yeah, no, he was there already.
Okay.
So I just
went to join him. Then the other children, where did you have them?
In Austria. I had my second son, Jaden, 2015.
Okay.
7th December in Kronenberg in Austria.
Okay.
That's the hospital. And then my last baby, 2017, 7th July, same Kronenberg in Austria.
Oh, okay. And your husband was there with you. So where the DNA rumors coming from?
I don't know, because I think if he's really mentally stable, I don't think he should come up with that. I don't think. Even if they are mentally stable, they shouldn't even come up with that.
Has he ever done a DNA test?
Never. He has not even mentioned it to me. For once.
But are you willing? Should he come now?
Of course. Now, tomorrow, whenever. We are ready. They know this.
Still on the rumors, let's talk about my friend, Pastor Tobi Ade Boyega.
Okay.
How did you meet Pastor Tobi?
Okay, I met Pastor Tobi last year, okay, because he had a lot of businesses, going on in the community, Spark Nation. It was a business thing, okay? And like I said, I met him in the capacity of doing business and all of that, not even as a pastor, capacity of business, and we being friends, and that is it.
I want to ask you this question directly.
Okay.
Because I'm sure it's the question everybody on social media, on the internet in general, want to know.
Okay.
What is your relationship with Pastor Tobi? What was your relationship before now, and what is your current relationship with Pastor Tobi?
Pastor Tobi is a great person. He's a friend. He's my friend. Pastor Tobi is a confidant. He's somebody that listens to everybody. He motivates people. He inspires me. So, what kind of a relationship will I have with Pastor Tobi? I am friends with some of the Spark Nation family. I'm friends with Pastor Lucy. We speak.
Pastor Lucy, that is Pastor Tobi's wife.
Of course.
Oh, wow.
I speak with the kids.
Do you speak to her with her
Yes, I have.
Often?
I have spoken to her. We spoke like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. Pastor Tobi's wife?
Yes, please.
Oh, wow. So where are these rumors coming from?
We should ask them, because they feel they know it all. you know. So
I'm still going to ask you the questions I have to ask you.
Okay.
So, because these are the questions on the internet,
okay.
and I want to ask you directly, please, Dora. Did you at any time have any physical, romantic, sensual, any type of
Daddy
relationship with?
Freeze, please. This question, you shouldn't even have mentioned it. Let's not go there at all. Let's not talk about it at all.
I'm sorry, just please calm down.
Let's not even.
It's what's on the internet.
Let's not go there. Is unheard of. You can't. We can't possibly talk about like how. Okay, I think Pastor Daddy Freeze, you know Pastor Tobi. You know.
Yeah.
So Pastor Tobi works with group of people. You get? We are like family. Do you understand me? So for me, it's insulting to even have asked that kind of a question.
Okay. Sorry to stir you up like that. I'm sorry. We're addressing the rumors. I don't want to say, oh, Daddy Freeze, you brought her. You did not ask her this question. So then it's now, what's the use? Did you, at any point in your marriage to Olanrewaju Kayode, ever cheat on Kayode?
Never. Not even a day. Never. Kayode has cheated with me with one girl called Charlotte Benue. There's another girl, Debbie. As a matter of fact, he sends money. He's on record. Every 2 days. You know, when I asked Kayode, he said, because I refused to give the mother, that was what he told people, I refused to give the mother money for 6 months. Please, can you bring the record where I didn't give your mom money for 6 months? Then you preferred another girl to give your mom money. So you were sending 500,000, 600,000 every 2 days. And when they stole from that girl, you send that girl money to stock her shop, her boutique shop.
Where's her shop?
Somewhere in Lagos.
That's the Charlotte girl?
Not the Charlotte. The Yoruba girl called Debbie. Okay? I have all those things.
The Charlotte, tell us a little bit about this Charlotte.
The Charlotte, they met in Ivory Coast. Okay? And then somewhere along the line, girl couldn't do enough for him. He was practically feeding them, all right? And then until he met me.
Oh, so he's been with the Charlotte, according to your story?
Yes, of course.
Even before he met you?
Even before he met me.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I feel, even when the girl comes to see us, plays with Kayode, wears his clothes, plays with our money, put it on TikTok. That was where I found out first. Go to my kitchen, cook. Go to Kayode's bedroom, lie down on the bed. Like play on the bed.
And she puts all this on TikTok?
On TikTok. Making pictures and all of that.
Do you have evidence of this?
I have pictures. When Kayode is doing these things, you shouldn't come up with these things. Don't do that with me. I have kept quiet. I never even told my dad about all of these things. I never did. I was just, But man, they make it look like you're the person hurting. He's so manipulative, Kayode. So manipulative. And then you're telling me that you didn't know about it, you went for training and all of that. That the brother is your friend and you brought your ex in our home. Let's go like this.
Where's that ex now?
The ex, I heard someone called me and told me they saw them in a hotel.
Where?
In Lily Gate Hotel. Someone told me. And then I saw the girl on a business class coming to Nigeria. They wear the same bangle. He can go back and tell the girl to to put her TikTok and her Instagram on private. But we have all these things.
Oh, so you went and took screenshots of her. Hey, Dora the Explorer.
I'm telling you, you know, and your child, you are telling the world I'm 7 years older than you are. The child is wearing my clothing, wearing my sandals, snapping picture in Pinnock, my home in Lagos.
Oh, your home in Lagos.
Yes, you know. So, I mean, everything is on ground. He said he wanted to commit suicide. But Kayode was dancing, and the girl was videoing. And the sister put it on Instagram. He's happy.
Another one of the viral gossips we found on social media
Okay.
is that you sold Kayode's cars and used it to fund PT's lifestyle in the UK.
Daddy, please, let me ask you again. Can Dora fund Pastor Tobi?
I found that a bit
worrying. Please. The first time I read about Pastor Tobi was when he gave him his handbag, a giveaway. You know how much it cost. So let's put all the giveaways, right? Let's say sell the G-Wagon.
I just wanted to hear from that. That sounded a bit worrying to me.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It is only unstable person, mentally unstable person can say something like this. Honestly, let's come off it.
Anyway, like I would always want is fairness and transparency, and I would love to hear Kayode's side on all of this. Let's hear. Maybe he didn't say. Maybe it was just rumors out there. Let's talk about properties. How many properties do you have with Kayode?
Daddy, please, I wouldn't want to go there. You know, I mean, these properties, it has been talked about, and I think we have a way to solve that problem. So I wouldn't want us to talk more about it.
What do you want from Kayode now?
Want from Kayode? What can I possibly want from Kayode? I don't know what I want from Kayode. But I just wish him well. I don't know what I want from him, honestly. I don't know what I want from him. But I want Kayode to act more like a man. To act like he's coming from a home. You can't be a chatterbox. You're a man. Act like a man. You have kids. Act like it. There are people who once looked up to him. Act like that. You want to settle anything with me. You want to deal with me. Deal with me directly. Act like that. There was something, a letter the lawyer wrote about all of this situation. And then in that letter, they said so many things. And they want to unravel my relationship with Pastor Tobi. If you're thinking to unravel, it means you don't have facts. I read the letter. They're baseless. You want to unravel, and then you allowed your client to come on internet to rant.
Okay, let me ask you, as a professional football agent of international repute and a businesswoman, where do you see yourself career-wise in the near and distant future?
Okay. I'm really planning something big, really big. I'm not gonna say it here until we start it because I'm planning with people, like minds like me. So we are working on something this summer. It's gonna be massive though. So nothing is holding me back anymore. I'm gonna take it serious. Not even only football. I'm going to venture into the beauty world. So, but the football is gonna kick first.
So, thank you for joining me, and thank you for sharing your story. And of course, I'm looking forward to hearing Kayode's side of the story. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dora Ezini
Thank you so
Okoro,
much. Thank you so
thank
much.
you for
Daddy Fred.
joining me.
Thank you so much, Daddy Phrase.
You're welcome.
Aye.